So let's get into it. I hope you have your printouts. We're going to start with number 1, and the blank would be obviously the word hope, which is a feeling of expectation and desire for certain things to happen. So we're going to start in the beginning. If we start in the book of Genesis, which that's actually what I got to do my dissertation over. I started in Genesis and worked through Revelations about God and the creation of the world and our bodies and how similar we are to everything and how he had everything so minutely planned out that we became beautiful, right? He took ashes and turned them into beauty. So in the beginning, God spoke, let there be, all throughout that first chapter, something we're aware of, but often read without really diving into what he was saying and what he was doing. In the scientific community, there's something that they're all searching for. Like, where did we begin? How did we all come about? Most of them believe in the Big Bang Theory, which I like to jokingly say when God spoke, I bet it was pretty loud. It wasn't, let there be light. It was, let there be light, right? It was super fun. Mm-hmm. So, what's really cool too, if you read in Hebrews 11:3, it says, by faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God, so that the things which are seen were not made of things which are visible. Which in the world of like quantum physics, he's explaining exactly what that means. Like, it's not some big crazy scientific thought. I mean, it is, but it's not at the same time. I always like to say our bodies are very, very complex, yet they're really, really simple in the scheme of things. We've got to feed it, rest it, give it some water, and move it occasionally, and it works great, right? So it's the same thing with creation, all right? So when he did that, when he spoke in the beginning, he actually created something called the 0-point field. All right, so it's an energy field in which we cannot see, yet it dictates and controls everything. 1 square yard of that field that we don't see can hold enough power to boil all the world's energy like that.
Wow.
And it's around us everywhere. It's floating around us. It's kind of like the radio frequencies that float through walls, but we don't see them, but we know Wi-Fi works because that's how we're talking to you right now. That's pretty amazing. When God spoke that initial phrase, let there be light, it's the same energy, the same sound, and the same light that is maintaining everything we see in today.
Wow.
Even in science, those words are interchangeable. Light, energy, sound can be easily interchangeable in the definition of each other. It's really amazing. That's science. We don't need science to prove our faith, but it is really, really cool when a book that was written thousands of years ago is dictating and showing us exactly what science is confirming today.
Amen.
Making non-believers believers based on what they can see in truth. It's pretty cool.
So good.
Pretty cool. So let's go into B. Everything in creation leads to us. He made us in his image. It's pretty amazing if you stop and think about the ramifications of that we are created in his image. God had hope in humanity in mind from the beginning. That's pretty cool. It gets me every time. His love and desire is for us. If anything in creation was 1 day off, 1 inch off, if we were an inch closer to the sun, we couldn't survive. If we were an inch farther from the sun, we couldn't survive. Minerals in our body, we're created of the exact same elements that you can find in the dirt are found in our body at almost the exact same amount compared to size.
Wow.
Like, it is crazy. And if it's off just a smidge, if anybody that's a gardener right now, we've talked a lot about that. Everybody's getting in the dirt these days. I know I personally have. If the soil composition is off just slightly, tomatoes won't grow. You'll get a plant, but you won't get anything to grow, right? And it's the same with our body. If our minerals are off slightly, we have severe issues. I mean, the mineral potassium, for example, if you have too much potassium, your heart literally goes and pops. Not enough, it doesn't beat and circulate your blood throughout your system, but just the right. You feel great, you don't cramp, you have energy. It's pretty amazing.
Wow.
All right, so, and I love that too, because in 2 Peter 3:5-9, it says, but the heavens and the earth, which are now preserved by the same word, So in the same word that he gave us, the same water that he gave us at the beginning, is still sustaining and maintaining life on earth today. He gave everything we needed to two people, Adam and Eve, and it's still maintaining and sustaining our lives today. It's pretty cool. So, and the other really fun fact is the Bible is the only religious text that shows creation in the same way scientists are finding out the world was created. The timeline is mathematically and scientifically proven. Pretty cool. So, our God is alive and well, and he knew what he was doing from the beginning of time.